Hey everybody, DeLongshot Signatures here. This is my video recap of the IMSA Fan Fest that I attended. This is the first time I have done anything for the IMSA race here in Indianapolis. And it slightly disappointed, but I'll get into why. Overall, I still did really, really well, and I will hopefully attend this event next year. It just sounds like I went to a bad year for it. And again, I'll explain why. It still went pretty well. It was a nice little event that they had. They did make parking very easy. That was one of the things I was mostly worried about. I left work early, and thankfully I did, because as soon as I parked, they shut down the roundabout for a moment to bring out the cars onto Main Street and Speedway. So it would have been a lot more difficult to park and would have waited a lot longer. So I got a really good spot in line for the first autograph session, and while I was waiting for that to start, some of the people there held my spot. I was able to get Doug Bowles on one of my custom IMSA photos, so this is what we did for this year. Another simple one, I just put the outline that they had for the track. Unfortunately, got cut off a little bit. The IMSA logo, and then the tire rack battle on the bricks. Since pretty much every class, not all of them, but pretty much every, I think it's like 57 cars or something like that, will be competing there. I'm able to use it for a lot of the drivers. So that was cool. There was two autograph sessions, one at 6:30, one at 7:30. The first one was for the Porsche Carrera series, and then the second one was for the IMSA WeatherTech series. Of the 25 or so Porsche drivers that were scheduled, 8 showed up. So they started the autograph session. I was like, they could just wait another minute. Like, surely the other people will show up. And I think maybe 1 or 2 of them came way later, but a bunch of the drivers didn't show. Now, some of them pre-signed their hero cards, and so while they didn't arrive there, people still got an autograph from them. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. At least, those people were, considerate of the, fan interaction there. So that was nice. So you'll see once I get to the recap, I have more signed hero cards than what I stated from the Porsche thing. But we're going to show off the items that I got signed in really no particular order other than size. So we're going to get rid of the poster first. I don't really like collecting large items, but this is what they had for one of the teams. And it is signed by all 4 drivers, Rockenfeller, Prohl, Mies, and Vervish. And because I didn't really like, having the item, I'm still going to keep it. I'm just not going to display it anywhere. I went ahead and had all 4 of those drivers sign one of my customs. This one is signed. He just kind of signed silver on silver with his barely existing autograph. But it is what it is. I'll take it. The rest of these are all trading cards or hero cards, mostly hero cards that were provided. In total, I believe I got 74 autographs. A lot of these are multi-signed items, so they're, again, no particular order. I ain't going to do all that. But we got Matthew Jaminet or Matteo Jaminet. I don't know these guys' names. I apologize. We got Matt Campbell. I know his name. We got Paul Bacuse. Matthias Leist. He was one of the guys that didn't show up but had the pre-signed hero card. I got 2 from Juan Pablo Martinez. I got one. I grabbed one off the table, and then the line kind of got held up, so he handed me another one. We got Yves Baltus, Jimmy Libre. I don't think he speaks any English, because he just said, "Here you go," after every autograph and hello. But he didn't seem to understand what anyone was saying, because a lot of these guys are from other countries, so I don't blame them. Michael McCann, Riley Dickinson, Ryan Yardley, Tyler Maxson, Jared Thomas, John Jadoin. So I think that's all of the signed hero cards I got for that session. And then we got Meyer Shank Racing, signed by 3 of the 4 drivers. So Nick Yellowly, Renger Vanderzand, and Kakunishin Ota, which is signed in a very light silver marker. These guys did not really want to change markers for some reason. Now it's cool because Alex Palou is on there, and he's a good signer at the 500, so hopefully he stays in IndyCar, and I can get that finished. They had a big old pile of pre-signed stuff, or stuff they had started signing once they sat down, and so I grabbed one of these that's just Nick Yellowly and Renger Vanderzand. Then we got Tom Blomqvist and Colin Brown. So that's a first of Colin Brown for me for my collection. Then we got this McCumbee McAleer Racing autographed one. They are not... Oh, wait, no, they are. Jensen Altzman and Nate Cicero. So Nate and then Jensen on there. We got 4 drivers on this. What team is this? I can't remember. But this is one of the Michelin Pilot Series teams, and they have a total of 8 drivers. I think Matty Oust signed there, and then, yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. I did all of this last night as far as getting the names figured out for my own personal collection. I am not going to remember everyone who signed these. I'll try to remember to update it, though, whenever I do it for my binders and stuff. Got all 3 drivers for this Riley team. Robinson, Fraga, and Burden. Got 2 drivers of Wayne Taylor Racing, Ricky Taylor and Felipe Albuquerque. And then the number 40 for Wayne Taylor Racing, Jordan Taylor and Luis Delatraz. We got 4 of the drivers for Vassar Sullivan. All 5 were slated to be there, but only 4 showed up. And mind you, I was like maybe 6 in line, and they were already running with dead silvers, and they wouldn't switch. But it's Frankie Montecalvo, Jack Hawksworth, Aaron Tellitz, and Ben Barnicoat. Then we have all 3 drivers of Lamborghini Huracan. So Trent Hinman, Danny Formal, and Graham Doyle. Got both drivers for the Rafa Racing team, Jim Johnson and Rafael Martinez. All 3 drivers for Turner Motorsports, although I think they have 2 different teams that they go with. So Robbie Foley, Patrick Gallagher, and Jake Walker. We got 2 drivers. I want to say it's Casper Stevenson and Tom Gamble for this Aston Martin Vantage GT3. I haven't taken these cards off of the the cardboard sheets that I taped them to. I just didn't get around to it. But I got Tom Blomqvist on one of his 2025 cards. I kind of feel dumb for sending a bunch of these TTM because I didn't know at the time if I was going to be attending the IMSA race, and I didn't look to see who all was there. So I at least have that one signed by Tom. Hopefully I hear back from him through the mail. Same with Colin Brown. So I got this one done, but I don't have another copy of the other, and I have not bought any more of the IndyCar trading cards, even though I said I would. Then we got 2 drivers on this one, Philip Eng and Dries Vantor. Same here with Marco Whitman and Sheldon Vanderlyn. I get he has a long name, but he has a short signature. We got both drivers here, Madison Snow and Neil Verhagen. Then Max Hess and Dan Harper. And then they had a couple different items that you could grab to get signed by multiple drivers. I didn't go with the poster. I went with this autograph sheet, Battle on the Bricks. I like it. And the 8 drivers who appeared to the Porsche autograph session signed this for me. So overall, really good day. Again, from everyone that I talked to, they hadn't seen it happen like that before, where the majority of the field didn't show up to the autograph session. Someone didn't communicate things out correctly. And again, you always expect when you have a big autograph session like that, there are people that aren't going to appear. But for more than half of the field to not show up says a lot. I was able to get a few of the ones because they did have the hero cards set out for most of the drivers there. So they allowed us to pick up one of each as we went through the line, even if the drivers weren't there. Like I said, a few of them were pre-signed. So I was able to get some of those done today. And then I was worried because they had their race today. And I was like, well, that stinks. I'm not going to be able to get these drivers again. They have a race tomorrow too, so they're still going to be there. So I will try to get them. But once I do a video for the weekend at the track, I'll explain how different the IMSA race is compared to any of the other racing places or any of the other racing events that I've gone to and gotten autographs at. But overall, very happy with this. I added a bunch of new names to the collection. Hoping to continue to do this and get more familiar with the setup, the names, and be a bit more prepared next time. Again, I bought tickets last week. I pulled out the hero cards and trading cards that I had, and still working on getting some of those signed. But we'll see how the rest of the weekend goes. So far, I'm really liking it and looking forward to tomorrow. That is it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.